Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that could fundamentally change the way you live, think, and even breathe. In a world that constantly tells us that more is better, more success, more followers, more stuff, it's easy to feel like we're running on a treadmill that never stops. We chase happiness through acquisitions, only to find ourselves buried under the weight of it all. We're talking about minimalism. And no, it's not just about the stark white walls, the single succulent on a windowsill, or the challenge of owning fewer than 100 things you might see on Instagram. That's the aesthetic, but it's not the soul of the movement. True minimalism is a tool. It's about intentionally clearing away the excess, the physical, mental, and even digital clutter so you can make more room for what truly enriches your life, your passions, your relationships, and your peace of mind. It's about asking one simple question: does this add value to my life? So, if you've been feeling stuck, stressed, or just off, let's explore the signs that you might be ready to embrace a more minimalist lifestyle. Sign number 1. You constantly feel overwhelmed by your stuff. This is the most classic sign. If your home feels less like a sanctuary and more like a chaotic storage unit you happen to sleep in, that's a major red flag. It's that feeling of walking in the door and your shoulders instantly tensing up because every surface is a reminder of a task undone. When you can't find your keys in the morning, or you feel a spike of anxiety just looking at the piles of clothes, papers, or gadgets, it's not just about physical mess. This is your environment screaming for attention. Each item you own carries a mental weight. It needs to be cleaned, stored, maintained, and eventually dealt with. This creates a constant, low-level hum of stress and decision fatigue. Minimalism isn't about getting rid of everything. It's about curating your space so that it supports you rather than drains you. It helps you clear that chaos and finally create some breathing room. Sign number 2. You're always chasing the next purchase. Do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling through online shops or heading to the mall as a default activity when you're feeling stressed, bored, or even sad? This is often called retail therapy, but it's a therapy with diminishing returns. That quick dopamine hit from clicking buy now or swiping your card feels good for a moment, but it fades almost as quickly as the package arrives. Soon, the new item is just another piece of clutter, and the emptiness it was meant to fill returns, pushing you back into the cycle of wanting more. Minimalism offers an exit ramp from this consumer treadmill. It teaches us to find joy not in ownership, but in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. It shifts the focus from what you can buy to what you can do, feel, and become. Which leads us directly to sign number 3. You're financially stressed. Do you feel like you're working hard, but have nothing to show for it except a pile of bills? Often, our financial stress is directly linked to our spending habits on things we don't truly need. That daily coffee, the subscription boxes, the it was on sale purchases, they all add up, creating a constant pressure that keeps you from saving, investing, or spending on things that truly matter, like travel or education. Minimalism helps you become a conscious consumer. By questioning every purchase, you naturally start spending less on impulse buys and more on your long-term goals. It's not about being cheap. It's about being intentional with your money, which is one of the most powerful forms of freedom. Sign number 4. Your schedule is packed, but you feel unfulfilled. Minimalism isn't just about your closet, it's about your calendar. Are you constantly busy, rushing from one thing to the next, but at the end of the day, you feel like you haven't accomplished anything meaningful? If your calendar is overflowing with obligations, meetings, and social events that you said yes to out of guilt or a fear of missing out, that's a form of emotional clutter. You're giving away your most precious, non-renewable resource, your time, to things that don't align with your values. Saying yes to everything means you're implicitly saying no to the things that truly recharge you: quiet evenings, hobbies, or deep conversations with loved ones. Minimalism empowers you to guard your time as fiercely as you guard your home. It gives you the confidence to say no gracefully so you can say a wholehearted yes to the life you actually want to live. Sign number 5. You feel anxious in your own home. Think about this. Your home should be the one place in the world where you can fully let your guard down and recharge. It should be your sanctuary, not another source of stress. But if stepping through your front door makes your heart rate climb and your shoulders sag under the visual weight of unfinished projects and general disorder, then your environment is actively working against your well-being. The clutter is stealing your peace. By simplifying your surroundings, you're not just cleaning up, you're designing a space that promotes calm and clarity. Minimalism helps you transform your home back into a haven, a place where you can truly rest, recharge, and be present. Sign number 6. You struggle to focus. Our brains are wired to notice novelty and distraction. When your physical and digital spaces are cluttered, your brain has to work overtime to filter out all the irrelevant stimuli. That pile of mail, the 50 open tabs on your browser, the constant phone notifications, they are all tiny little thieves of your attention. If you find yourself easily distracted, unable to concentrate on a single task, or constantly switching between activities without finishing anything, your environment might be the culprit. A minimalist approach: clearing your desk, closing unnecessary tabs, turning off notifications, creates a vacuum for deep work and focus to flourish. It's about removing the distractions so you can give your full attention to what's important. And finally, sign number 7. You're living for someday. Take a mental inventory. Do you have boxes of craft supplies you'll use someday? A collection of fancy kitchen gadgets for dinner parties you'll host someday? A wardrobe full of clothes you'll fit into someday? This someday clutter is particularly insidious because it represents a version of you that doesn't exist right now. Holding on to these items for a hypothetical future keeps you tethered to guilt and expectation, preventing you from embracing and enjoying the person you are today. Minimalism is the ultimate act of living in the now. It encourages you to let go of the past you and the future you, and instead build a life that serves the real you right here, today. It's about enjoying the space, the time, and the freedom you actually have. So, take a moment and be honest with yourself. How many of these 7 signs did you see in your own life? If even 1 or 2 of them hit home, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means there's an opportunity, a chance to make a shift towards a more intentional and fulfilling life through minimalism. And please remember, this isn't about deprivation or following a strict set of rules. It's a personal journey. It's about thoughtfully curating your life to include more of what you love and less of what you don't. It's about making room for what truly matters most. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments which sign you related to the most. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content on intentional living, and maybe share it with someone who could use a little less clutter in their life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.